As you can see, I did a little bit of grinding. Still not satisfied with the level yet, but... you can still do a little bit before we push. Hey James, I'm not going for the boss just yet. I still want to get it at least above 70. And also probably go and get some items too, because look how much money I have. I have 6 million gil. I could buy a lot of shurikens with that. This has been my spot for the last 2 days. Dragons! Well, I have. I leveled up like 10 levels since I last tried it. And the dragons really do not like Cecil. Ow. Stop killing Cecil. I don't know why the dragons are only doing 1 damage on Redia, but I'll take it. Did my last tent not go through? I could have sworn I tented before I saved the last time. What the hell? I noticed it when I was like, why does Rydia like have like no MP? Oh, cottages are full restores. That's why. I'm so leveled that tents mean nothing. I gotta pretty much buy cottages then. Again, how many more am I really gonna need? keeps going for Cecil. Stop. Hey, Bon. Kane is level 69. Nice, and he's still in the air. Kane officially is above 5,000 health. Dragon. Again, dragons don't like Cecil very much. Yeah, I got to the moon yesterday. I'm literally at the final boss. I just lost a few times. By a few times, I mean like 3. I was in the early 50s when I first was attempting it. Now I'm near level 70. I don't know if I'm gonna wait to everyone to get to level 70, but ooh. At the very least, I would like to have Kane, Cecil, and Edge at 30. I'm also thinking about moving Edge to the front, too. I'm pretty sure Rosa should have all of her moves by now, honestly. She has Holy. We're getting good on the level ups. Oh, this is a combination I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen a 1 Bahamut, 1 Dragon yet. It used to be called White? That's interesting. For levels in the Princess Flan room for the chance to get the high sought out rate. I mean, I could, but the monsters there don't give a lot of experience. Compared to these big guys. That would be a lot slower of a process. Really, I got focused with it. And not really. Cecil's the one getting focused more. A lot of name changes due to Nintendo's NOA policies to remove religious-related themes at the time. Now it's lightened up, of course. Well, yeah. Holy was called White in the original, while Fire was just Fire. 1, 2, 3. Instead of Ra, Ga, and Ja. Oh, this thing again. Dispel that real quick. Now we can go in auto. Because now he's gonna cast spells on himself. And for the record, during the actual boss fight, casting Reflect, Protect, or Shell means absolutely nothing, because by the time when he uses Black Hole, it completely nullifies that. Uh-oh. My glass cannons are gonna get absolutely destroyed in a back attack with the dragons. I was doing this earlier, but I didn't do any streaming, of course, with it. I wanted to stream earlier, but my dad late last night said, "Oh, by the way, we're going to the tax thing tomorrow." I was like, "Oh, I would like to have more notice." But okay. Rydia, Rosa level up, 66 and 68. Rosa Spirit's at 70. Rydia, for some reason, had her Spirit increase. She doesn't do healing, but okay. Alright, Kane's at 70 now. I just got Dragon Gloves as a drop. Hello? I already have those for Kane. They're worse for, compared to Crystal Gloves. And he can't wear those. But the Diamond Amulet, I mean, Magic Evasion, I don't think is really gonna matter. I'll just put that on. Oh, it's this combination again. Ah! Spider! Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't really exactly need Gil. Cecil level up, Edge level up. Got a power amulet. That's 2 equipment drops in a row. It's not very good though. Just head back in cottage again. I now have 7 million gil. Almost 8. I'm gonna buy so many shurikens. It's not even funny. You know, it's really funny. Earlier today, I said Rydia was not leveling up on par with everyone else. Because she was, like, far behind. Now she's catching up, of course, on camera. Maybe she's just thriving on camera or something. I don't know. That's weird. I'm also gonna need to find shops where I can buy high quality potions and stuff. Ooh, look, the 2 Wicked Mask again. No, it doesn't matter. Okay. A glass mask. Do I already have that? Wow. Okay. That really puts my defense up. How many can wear that, though? Oop. You can wear it. You can wear it. You can wear it, but it pretty much decreases everything else. That's really high defense. See, I would for Edge, but it decreases his evasion, and being a ninja, evasion's more important than defense. Honestly, I'll probably just give it to Cecil here, since he does seem to be targeted quite a bit when it comes to things. Plus, he is technically the tank of the party. Some RPG series to consider, but I'm not sure if they're in the SMS library on Switch. Definitely on the emulators, though. I definitely know that there are companies and restrictions to emulators now, especially since Nintendo had a big fit about them a while ago, so I don't know how readily available emulators are now, and how cracked down they are. But as for the next RPG, I am planning on doing The Legend of Dragoon. I think it's going to be a very fun one to do, and if you don't know what it is, I think a lot of people are going to end up liking it. Once we get Edge to 70 here, I am actually going to leave this place and go shopping. Does seem like it's going to take a bit for Edge to get there. He's 58,000. Oh, that's just one for notification. Put a flash warning on that crit. Three red dragons again. Both Rydia and Rosa leveled up. Looks like Kain is gonna level up before Edge will. So we just have to look forward to that. Oh, yeah, we're not doing that. Warning about flashing lights? What's that? I know I definitely don't want warnings of flashing first. What? I didn't say anything. That I would like surprises of. Oh yeah, that's right, Dumb. I forgot. You got me chrono triggered. Oh crap, I'm all out of summons. Oh, just spam attack, I guess. The Breath of Fire games can be played on SNES Online. That's why you save them on the drive. That is possible, yes. Thinking of a couple like Arcania, Lufia, the Fortress of Doom, and how they presented the characters and enemies and elemental cards. Elemental cards, that just reminds me of Card Captors, that one anime. On a side note, I was okay with FF Majestic Quest, really like the music there. A lot of FFs do have a lot of good music. Even though considered the bottom tier FF game my favorite, FF8, a lot of people even say that game has fantastic music, so... Alright, I think one more battle, and we are good with Edge being on level 70. This, and spin that, and you're on auto. The only thing keeping me from putting Edge on the front line is that he basically has the same amount of HP as my two mages here. But he does have a lot of evasion. I don't know if the evasion is really gonna matter. I guess a Big Bang attack. And no, I'm not talking about Trunks from Dragon Ball Z. Go. Let's level up for Cecil too. Cecil now has 5613 health. Hopefully that is enough. Alright, we're basically... all the major guys are at level 70. Give the final boss a try after I go stock up with some things. Because having 8.7 million gil, I'm pretty sure I can get a decent amount of stuff. And I don't know about this game, how much mil you can actually carry as a max, but just in case we max at 9.9 million, I'm gonna go spend some of it. Got word that Dino Thunder characters are coming to Power Rangers? That is a good season. Huh. I could try Edge on the front line. I could just give it a try. The other encounter's off. He's a Battle Pass skin. I don't know if they're gonna put it as a variant. They're probably just gonna have it be like a separate skin. There was a Hummingway place somewhere around here. I just forget exactly where that was. I'm sure it was in this cavern somewhere. I need to stop sprinting. Might be this way. Maybe not. I don't know where the Hummingway place is. Mesogog? The dinosaur baddie? Polar Patrollers are footwear. Oh, they're making Polar Patroller boots? That's interesting. On the moon southwest of the Crystal Place. Oh, you're right, it is outside. I completely forgot. I don't know what it is about yesterday, but yesterday my intellect was not sharp at all. Yeah, the bad guy from Dino Thunder. Humming way home. There it is. It's right there. I just have to get back to my ship. One of you sell shit. No. There you go. An alarm that calls monsters. I could have sworn you had shurikens. I'm not gonna need the money all that much. FF4 sells shuriken. Coco's Forge in the Underlord world. Samara, Famark. Lunar Warrens. Alright, let's just go to the Underworld then. There we go. $99 shurikens! And I still got 2 million left. Oh, I also got a couple, like, lunar curtains from my grinding as well. ActRaiser? I never heard of those. Alright, well, I have my shurikens. I still got money. I have 99 high potions, 99 Phoenix Downs. Could probably go back to Hemingway place and just buy out their ethers as well. Half city building, half side scroller. Huh. Spawns me right in front of it too. From my last location. Alright, you. Thank you. Hell, let's do dry ethers. Only can get 43 of them, but that's better than nothing. Only 4 ethers. I'm okay with that. And just buy out what I have left. I have 1 gil remaining. I am now poor. Went all out on the whole bye-bye money thing. Grats. At least here I go, right? Yeah, I think so. Very eerie, creepy music on the moon. I did see that the Power Rangers were getting a wave 2. I just wasn't sure what. Personally, my favorite season is the in-space season, so... Of course, obviously, I would have enjoyed that. Having the Astro Megaship as a glider, and then fire. Alright, let's give this an attempt. Deca Master, if anything? Yeah. Doggy Kruger? One of the few characters that a furry on Power Rangers actually talk over. Why? Because he's a dog. Make him a glider and have it be like a surfing animation and just have him be just in a Speedo sunbathing while you just surf on him. I say that ironically, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people would actually want that. Alright, well, I am loads more stronger than I was before. Hopefully this is enough HP to survive. And of course I've seen all this before. Can you imagine if his V-Sword, Vega sword was a special weapon? Pickaxe. They're just barraging him with magic. Looks like Golbez is flipping them off. I don't know if I'm strong enough to have Rydia be the one summoning during the whole thing. But this guy has 63,000 HP. If I can survive his attacks regularly, I could have it be a potential. But for now, we can always try the high potion strat with her. Splat. Yeah. I will admit, me seeing this part for the first time, it feels very corny. This honestly feels more like something that would be in a kid's show, like Prayer and Hope and all that kind of stuff. And again, to be fair, Persona has kind of done this too. Like with Persona 4. And all the people that you have maxed out pretty much give you strength, and you see them and they give you strength at the last moment, so can't knock it too much. Spoony Bard! Okay, he counters attack this. Okay, that's interesting. I'm doing a risk here. Aha! The risk paid off. I got him. Mega Flare for the win. Yes, Kane is left hanging in the air. I've done that to Kane a lot this playthrough. As long as I'm evil exists in the hearts of the living, I cannot perish. Rah. Well, game's beaten. Now see how it concludes. That is a true statement. True evil will never die. That's also a true statement. The first part of that is true too. Good exists because evil exists, and evil exists because good exists. It's just a never-ending thing. Why would he? That returns to the sea. Oh, he has a crush on Rydia. She is pretty much the last summoner now. She's so happy to have him. I made a song about Cecil. As expected. Ooh. Oh no, that's Kane. Finally took off his helmet. He's blonde? Still feels guilty about his mind control. Who are these two? Oh, these are the moon watchers. That word, yes. So many moons. You two can play Smoochie Face later. There's 2 beds in here now. I have no control how fast these things go, by the way. Sid's always dragging the boy along. I'm assuming they're like shaking hands or something like that. Or just bowing. Get him off of there. It's the Spoony Bard. Ed's turned away. He's probably blushing. That's a nice touch how they're waving to the player. And that's the credits. It's just carrying Edge, all those throwing stars for nothing. Edge did his part. He did the damage with the throwing. He even threw the kitchen knife that did the 99. He did his part. Yeah, that's another Final Fantasy game complete. I think it's only my second Final Fantasy game I've completed. Because I completed 8. Wait, no, it's my third. I completed 8, 6, and now 4. So I've completed all the even-numbered ones. Yeah, I already talked about how I completed 6. I forgot about that. Random astronomers, yeah. Time to enjoy the epilogue. I did see that there are other versions of this game that have, like, posts Final Fantasy IV, like the after years and stuff. I don't know if that's, like, any worth trying to look into or anything like that, but... One of the rare times you officially see a wedding in a Final Fantasy game. Well, that wasn't... I don't think that was a wedding. I think that was a ceremony for the king and queen. They were being crowned at that. I mean, I guess you can count it as a wedding, but I kind of saw it as a crowning for, you know, king, which Cecil ended up becoming a wedding too. Okay. Well, as for final thoughts, it was a good Final Fantasy game. I definitely enjoyed it. I do have some critiques too about the story. I did feel like the story kind of did a little bit too much of the whole, oh, this guy was being mind-controlled thing. I think it would have been better if one of the actual portrayals was actually a portrayal and it stuck. It felt like there's too many fake-outs, I guess you can say. Especially with the deaths of Yang and Sid. Like, once we found out, and once you know that they don't actually die, it kind of makes those scenes kind of, I guess, pointless. It removes the weight of it, essentially. It definitely removes the weight. I'm not saying that they both had to, but if one of those stuck, I felt like it would have, you know, had a little bit more weight to it. Especially with the twins. They were in stone, and then they're just, you know, they're just randomly fine later. There's, oh, the elder saved them and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, in the moment, when you don't know what's happening, yeah, it has weight to it. But then, once you find out, oh, look, no, they're fine, they're okay, don't worry about it. It kind of removes that weight a little bit. Yeah, I understand that. It's just that writing-wise, specifically writing-wise when you're a writer, if you do a certain trope too much within a single story, the reader slash player slash whatever then expects it. Then if it happened again, like let's say Rosa blew up. At that point, the reader's already expecting her to be fine in 10 minutes. It turns to the whole thing, it's like, okay, I'm going to assume they're not actually dead until I find a body. And that's why I was saying that earlier, because in a lot of writings, anytime there's a supposed death, but there's no body, 90% of the time they're alive. But of course, with Sid, I of course assumed because, you know, he blew up. But, yeah. It's just my one critique is that it did like a particular thing too much with that. So I did think in that case I do find the story a little bit weak on the writing side. especially the whole crystal trope it also did. But I did care for the characters. I did care for them. So at least it had that going for it. Definitely was not perfect writing. Wasn't terrible writing either. Of course, 6 is going to be considered better writing-wise. And you can make an argument for 8. So a lot of people hated its story. But if you actually look in depth on 8's story, you can see there's actually a lot of, like, detail underneath the surface. So, all in all, I did like the game. I'm not sure where it ranks in a lot of people's lists for a top Final Fantasy game, but I definitely get why you guys thought I would enjoy it, because it's Cecil and Kain. Speaking of Kain, I was getting kind of tired of their whole, like, he's on your side, he betrayed you, he's on your side, he betrayed you, he's on your side, he betrayed you, just... And also, all of it being mind control is like, stop. Just stop doing that. I think that's kind of fair. It's not the best, it's not the worst. In terms of enjoyable replay value, I will put it above 8, only because 8's junction system can get kind of tedious after a bit. But when it comes to enjoying its story, I definitely would put 8 above it. Right now, 4 is 3rd on that 3 Final Fantasy list. I'm not counting 10 because I technically haven't beaten 10 because I haven't beaten Jecht in that. So that's why I'm not counting 10 in it. Cliche for a Final Fantasy story at the time, since it was the first ever FF game on the SNES. It was also the first Final Fantasy game that had in-depth character story with, so, other than, you know, generic hero this and stuff. You know Dragoon is next, but if you had a preference of which FF game to do next, which one would you consider? If I had for FF, for Final Fantasy, either probably 5 or 10, depending on my mood. 5 for brand new, 10 just to finish it. For me, I'd put it, yeah. They use the same trope for Kain in Dissidia. Of course. He needs to strengthen his mind. If he wants to be a better Dragoon, he needs to strengthen his mind. Maybe put a tinfoil hat on or something, so he can stop being mind controlled. "10 next to clear." Well, that's your vote, but it's all going to depend on whether which one I feel like doing. I have heard good things about 5. And the whole job class in that is very interesting, since anybody can be any job, so it's a little bit more customizable. At least I think that's 5. I'm pretty sure that's 5. But it's very interesting to see pretty much all the characters being leaders of their castle / town / cities after all the story. Yeah, like I said, I've heard good things about Final Fantasy V. What is Lemcor doing? Looks like he might be doing Fortnite. His title is "Can I Take 8 Dudes?" Huh. Just, wait. I think that's like due to the new reload party size. Yeah, he's doing Fortnite. Oh, there's the end. That's on the list. Chrono Trigger's definitely on the list. We can save it on file too.